Hey, what's up, guys? Joe here, coming at you today from Town Hall 11, and we're going to bring you some content from a couple wars ago where this awesome clan, Elite Smokers, really stuck it to us using this bowler miner combo, otherwise known by another term that should be copyright protected by the content creator that used it. That way other YouTubers can't be as awesome as him. So we're going to go ahead and leave that one alone. And we're going to go ahead and move right along into the content itself. Right here we actually have, to be fair, a Town Hall 10 versus Town Hall 10. And unfortunately, they only had one Town Hall 10 that could really keep it up throughout the remainder of the attack. Used his bowlers to funnel into the base with his heroes. Used his queen to take out the clan castle troops with the poisons. And then also really just kind of stuck it in there with the miners on the flank. So it looks like some pretty basic stuff. He actually does bring healers in this attack, but as you can see there, the air bombs are quickly taking out the healers and working on disposing of them as they work on those bowlers. But he's actually kind of out of bowlers at this point, and now it's all reliant on those slow-moving miners as they move throughout the base. Take note that these are actually level 2 miners that are doing the business here. And mostly heal spells at this point. Drops a free spell on that last Inferno. The healers are again taking more air bombs, and then he drops another heal spell in order to boost up the health on those miners as they move in on that last Inferno. It's kind of a little bit of a slow attack strategy, but so far quite effective due to the movement speed of the miners as they're underground. But however, as the video itself is labeled, we will be showing off some Town Hall 11 content. So far from what I've seen, the Town Hall 11s are mid to near max, but not quite fully 100% maxed on defenses and defensive war weight. So I can't really necessarily sit here and try to tell you that this attack strategy will actually 3-star a max Town Hall 11 every single time. A couple of the replays are almost identical by 2 different attackers, so they've actually been practicing this attack strategy and removing those healers from their war compositions, and it's really all at this point basically mass spam. So as we move into the next replay, we actually have a Town Hall 11 on deck. And take note of the base layout design as we move into this. Really quick, we're going to go ahead and jump into the army composition itself, and pretty standard stuff. They bring 12 bowlers, 30 miners, 5 wall breakers, and then giants in the clan castle. The rest of the remaining troops are for cleanup on the back end. All 3 of their heroes are maxed out, and then 3 heal spells, 1 rage, 1 jump, and then 2 poisons for the enemy clan castle itself. So this is pretty standard across the board, but obviously basic base reading is still required and will not be applied on every single base that you see. It's just take note of these base designs as we move through these 2 replays. So as this one goes live, same as before, 3 to 4 bowlers on the outside structures working their way in. The clan castle troops are dropped, and then the spread of bowlers behind those giants. Wall breakers down to open up that first compartment. And then really the idea here is to actually get the bowlers and the heroes to actually go into that first compartment and take out this Eagle Artillery and the Inferno Tower. Grand Warden's ability is used as the clan castle is triggered, poisons are down, and that Archer Queen takes out that Inferno Tower and the clan castle troops themselves. And once those fall, he starts working on that opposite flank in the south, getting all his miners down to start driving their way directly into the base. The Town Hall falls pretty quickly after that by the kill squad. And really at this point, all there really is left is a couple of the Inferno Tower and a couple of the Expos. And the miners, they just move entirely too slow underground right now that they are catching all of the heal spell coverage if placed correctly. So as he starts to move into that Inferno Tower, he has a couple of heal spells. He gets 1 down right there as they slowly move to that Wizard Tower and then work their way towards that Inferno Tower. The structures are slowly falling. At this point in the raid, it's really just a slow kind of hope for the best at this point because you can't control the miners. You don't really know exactly which way they're going to go, whether they're going to stay outside or go in and take out that Inferno Tower. So yeah, I don't think the intent here when the balancing update came out was for the miners to actually move slower underground as they move to their targets, but they have a really good synergy with the heal spells as they move throughout the base, especially as slow as they're moving right now. And really that was just kind of a cosmetic thing, and I can expect with the more that these types of attacks continue to happen, I can see something happening with the miners in the future. There's just really no telling though. Those troops on the outsides are doing some cleanup duties as the miners continue to move in and take out the remainder of the defenses. At this point, all you got left is that Expo and a Wizard Tower and then the Grand Warden itself, and those fall pretty quick, and that's really the raid itself. Kind of slow on the back end, very slow to watch, kind of boring actually, but that's really how these guys were getting it in on our Town Hall 11s, and we'll go ahead and move into the next replay. Very similar composition, Vincent Vega, and really kind of a similar way of doing things. He actually drops his clan castle troops first and then spreads his bowlers out to kind of work on that funnel and get those heroes to go directly into the base. Cracks open that first compartment, and then he's actually again taking out the Eagle Artillery and going after one of those Inferno Towers. Clan Castle troops have come out and poisons are down, and then the Archer Queen is actually working on those. Pops that Grand Warden's ability, and then the Archer Queen starts to work down and takes out that Inferno Tower. So very similar to the first attack, where there's a couple of targets that were very similar in the two, Eagle Artillery and one of the Inferno Towers being taken out by the initial kill squad, and then the massive miners being brought in on the flank. The kill squad at this point is already gone. The Grand Warden's still up, but the Archer Queen and Barbarian King are gone. The bowlers are gone, and now he's really just focusing on the mass group of miners to take out the remainder of the base. The last Inferno Tower falls, and then there's just a large spread of defenses throughout the remainder of the base. Kind of poor placement of the giant bombs considering they were all around the core of the base. Town Hall kind of takes a minute to go down, but it eventually goes down. But there's a large group of miners maneuvering themselves throughout the remainder of the base. He still has one heal spell, which gets dropped right there, moving in on that last Expo and the enemy Barbarian King. And again, very slow, very boring, mass group of miners just kind of taking their sweet time, burrowing underground and sticking it to each individual structure. And I'm only talking like that because that's what I feel like by watching this right now. It's just like, wow, this is really what we're at right now. The miners are just they're, I don't know, I guess they're still kind of overpowered at this point. Well, there's no kind of about that, but anyways, yeah, so this is what we're working with on these spread bases, symmetrical type designs, where it was supposed to be combating the bowler attacks. Now take note of this base here. You got spread on the Inferno Towers, and then the Eagle Artillery is kind of centralized with that Town Hall and Clan Castle. This attacker fighter, he hasn't really been practicing his bowler miner combo, getting it in on bases very well, because he kind of goes at it all wrong, and his bowlers stay outside and his heroes kind of stay outside. So you see where the Archer Queen's located, and then he rushes to get those miners down, but really that's completely out of sync from what the other two attackers were doing in their rhythm. As they were working on their bases, their troop placement was completely different from his, and his troops just didn't go quite where he needed them to go. So this is actually a fail in my book. It's a 2-star attack. He was able to save it and get 2 stars off of it, but the 2 key components from the previous 2 attacks did not go down in this attack. The Eagle Artillery is still standing, and one of those Inferno Towers is actually still standing as well. So now he's basically on his miners, which are getting taken out still. They're still kind of moving very slow throughout the base. The Archer Queen's on the outside of the base with the Grand Warden kind of trailing off to her flank, and the Eagle Artillery is still just kind of hammering down on everything. Miners are all gone at this point, and now all you have left is that Archer Queen, which she's about to take the business right now as she uses her ability to try to protect her against the driving hammer of that Eagle artillery. So yeah, fail for you there. You see what's the difference between the two attacks. Quick friendly reminder of this Saturday, September 3rd, starting at noon, I'll be firing up the stream if I can battle through this sickness. And we'll be doing a Town Hall 9 Friendly Challenge Tournament hosted by the leadership of Elite Academy. And then I also have $50 on the line, gift cards for the winner. I will be competing, so I might lose in the first round and get it over with, but you never know. Drop some comments below and let me know what you think, and thanks for watching, guys.